Today's video will be filmed on a 2019 Audi A6, also called the 5th generation C8. Before we get started, please unplug your negative battery cable as we will be disconnecting some electrical connections. Although I am a technician, I am not your technician. Please see your technician for professional mechanic advice. We will not be held responsible for any damage to yourself, your equipment, or your tools. With that being said, stay safe and let's get to it. Lift up and secure your vehicle. Next up, after you have lifted the front and put jack stands and chock blocks and all that, all your security measures, remove the wheels on both sides. For this next part, you'll need a T25 hex star bit, whichever format you can get your hands on. You will have a few of these guys to remove right here. Let's see, I'm going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are all the T25. Let's see, 6, 7, 8. And those are all the T25. Let's see, can we get that with the sun over there? And then you're going to need the 10 millimeter. Is that 10 going to show up on camera? Yes, it is. There we go. So that's a 10. That's going to go right here and up here. So let's get those removed, and then we can get this shielding pulled back. Okay, with these 7 pulled out and these 2 pulled out, this guy should be ready to just pull back, and we should be able to just set it right here on the side. This should be all you need right here. You can completely remove this if it makes you feel comfortable, but this should be good enough right here. I forgot to mention, as I was removing the other side, this piece up here, so you can kind of see where I'm talking about, it's tucked in to the side fender here, so you kind of have to pull out and back. So if it sounds funny, it's because it's probably scraping out of position in here. Okay, I'm just going to show this part real quick before we get to the bottom, so you can see that you don't need to remove, there's a certain part you don't need to remove. We're only going to get to these screws. That, so there's going to be a bottom part of the fender that's going to stay attached. You can remove it if you want, but we're not going to. So let's get to the screws at the bottom. You can kind of see it's already, we'll see the outline down here in the bottom. So these are the screws up here. Leave those alone. Do not touch those. These are the ones that got to come out. So you remove this. You can see here's that bottom piece I was moving. So we'll remove these right here just to detach this part. We'll get the shielding cover and the inner wheel area, and that'll be it for the bottom. Yeah, if there are any more that we got to come back down here when we go to pull the bumper, we'll cover it in the video in the later part of the video. Like, oh hey, we missed this part. But it should be just these right here coming on the outside. Let's get to it. Torx 30 T30 should fit these bigger ones. I believe it was a T25, so you might have to switch between the T25 and the T30 on these. T30. unscrew and set aside 5 of the torque screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this next part right here, I pre-pulled it so I can show you in the video. There's clips that go all the way across. So for this part, you have to pry with a little bit of force, and it will come up, just like so. See, I forgot to grab this. Honestly, I don't know what the title of this tool is, but it's like a screwdriver fork style. It's to get these guys out of here. So pull that out of here. Okay. So pry around this part and then guide it out, and then you should be able to set this to the side. Press this locking tab down, and you should be able to separate these two pieces. Do use 2 hands. Remove the 2 screws holding this air duct guide piece. I do apologize for that part. If you're removing the bumper, just the bumper, you don't need to remove these. But for service mode, you do, or service position. So if you're just removing the bumper, you can ignore this this little part. But for service position, remove those and remove that little guide piece. There's 1 screw right over yonder. Once you remove this screw, this whole piece should come loose. And wherever you set it, whether it's to the side, underneath here, wherever you tuck it away, take care not to close your hood, because you might have difficulty accessing the release latch portion to finish opening your hood. So if you tuck this away back here and you close your hood, you're going to be in a world of hurt. So careful where you place that. I don't know if you want to put extra supports to keep the hood up and keep it from closing. Let's see if I can show where this screw is. It was in a tricky position. And then there's one identical bracket. It's removed over here already, but same thing. Remove that screw. It's just those 2. This bracket piece does have 2 screws that hold in this way, but you only need to remove the one on top. If you want to go above and beyond, then sure, then remove this, and you can reach in there the 2 screws. I'll show it once the bumper's removed. Okay, towards the edge of the bumper here, where it meets the side fender, there is, oh, there went my light. There is 1 screw. See if I can get that in there. Wow, the sun is bright today. That is making it really funny for filming, isn't it? Aha! Gotcha. There we go. So remove that one. Oh, let me see if you can. So remove that 1 screw, and there's going to be one just like it on the other side. Okay, take out your 10 again. And right where this plastic bracket is, there's 2 nuts you got to take out. There we go. There's one. Let me put the tool on there so you can, so there's no confusion. There's one. And that's, they look like they have like a. So it looks like they have a soldered on or welded on washer, or they were produced that way, but that's what they look like. There's 2 of them. Let's see, that's what it looks like, what they removed. Let's see, there's the other one back here. You can see where my tool is. And you're looking for the exact same style. So when you found the other one of these guys, then you know you got the right one. Don't worry if you don't have one of these caps. I'll show you what I'm going to use it for, and you can come up with your own solution. So this line right here, it's got this blue tab. This is there's a washer fluid in here, and this cleans the dilithium chamber and flux capacitor and the dark matter drive all in one. You're going to depress both these tabs at the same time, and there's the fluid. I might have underestimated how much flow was going to be out of that, but anyway, that's what I use those for, just to plug that line up. I've seen some guys, they put some vice grips, they just bend that. Some folks just let it run dry and they just refill it at the end of it. You know, you do what you got to do. I believe that's it for this side. We'll go check out the other side, and then when we remove the bumper, we'll make sure we got everything here. But I think that was it for this side. And just like the other side, remember there's two of those, where'd it go? Two of these guys, so right now I'm just getting the one on the back side. And then on the driver's side, there's one electrical plug you gotta undo right here. Let's see if I can get you a better angle. There we go. Right here. Let's look at the security tab back. Okay, I'm gonna go get a tool for that. I'll be right back. Excellent. Now using two hands, one hand to hold on this side and the other side to depress and pull. So depress this down, and then it should come out. I pre-loosened this one up to show you in the video. So, there's that security tab. It's got to come back out first and back, and then you can depress, and then you should be able to detach. I suppose what I should have said before you pull this is to make sure your negative battery cable is disconnected. We do have code readers at this shop, so I mean, if we get codes, we're not overly worried about it, but I cannot guarantee you will not get any diagnostic trouble codes, so make sure you pull your battery before you do all this. Okay, with the two nuts removed from there, you should hear a popping sound when this kind of pulls down a little bit. Let's get the other side. Let's see if the other side will pop. I popped it before I could record it. Show you guys where I'm at. Okay, so there's that part. Oh, come on, focus. Yep, I can see how that give you some good thuds, some good pops. And so make sure you do the same to both sides. It doesn't have to be super loose like this one, but just pop it down a little bit. And with that, you should be able to grab your assistant. Both of you should be able to wiggle and jiggle, and the bumper should come off. Should is the key word there. Okay, let me just show you some of the things we did in the background. Those two, let's see, these two right here, they actually go, they hold this bracket in place. I had that upside down. There we go. They hold this bracket in place right here. To put this back on, you have to slide this part on first and kind of do it simultaneously. You'll see the little guide up here right there. So you have to kind of slide it in and push and put that back into place. And then these go right here. And the reason we loosen these up is because these pieces right here are holding this part of the bumper right here. So instead of pulling and potentially breaking off all this, you loosen this guy up, and that should help mitigate some of that breakage that a lot of folks tend to get in this section right here. So 1, 2, and it's the same thing on the other side. Oh, here we go. This is still kind of in. They didn't completely fall out, and that's okay, because that means I won't have to fight with it later. Yep, this is the same bracket, just left hand, right hand. Here's that electrical connector that we took out. What was the other thing I wanted to show you guys? Oh, right, this guy right here. So these are pretty flimsy. In fact, we broke ours on this side, so we'll be ordering a new one. And like I said, there's just screws on this side. Oh, come on, focus. Let me see if I can get the other side focused. I guess it's a little better, but yeah, it's just right here, and then up here, and that's this bracket right here. There we go. Oh, and down in the bottom, let's see, I'll flip this over here in a second, but it was just those, what was it? It was just those 7 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just those holes right there. And you can leave the front, the ones closer to the front, you can leave those intact, but you can see what happens if you remove them. You'll have this piece removed, and you won't be able to set down your bumper, and at least not like this. Stay safe out there. If there's anything you liked on the video, you know where the comment section is, or if there's anything you disliked in the video, you know where the comment section is. We all know how the internet is. So we do hope this helped you guys out. Stay safe out there.